Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Dan from DHTV. And if you've ever lost your iPhone and realized it's on silent mode, calling isn't going to help at all. And that's why in today's video, I'm going to show you how to find your iPhone even when it's on silent mode using a simple shortcut, which will allow you to send a text message and trigger everything back on. Let's get started. All right, so I've got my iPhone 17, iPhone Air here, and this will work with any iPhone. And I'm going to start by showing you how to find your iPhone when it's on silent. And then I'll show you how to set it up and customize it so it works for you. So first off, this phone here, we're going to turn it to silent. We're going to turn the volume right down. And all I have to do is send this phone a text message, and it's going to turn everything back on. So I'll open up my messaging app, and this works on any phone. It doesn't just have to be iPhones. And I'm just going to send the trigger word that I created here. So I'm just going to enter it in, which was ring. And then I put a couple of percent signs, and I'll explain this when I show you how to set this up. I send that message, focus here on this phone. You can see the shortcut has triggered, the ringer has turned on, and if I pull down my control center, you see we don't have silent mode on anymore. At this point, all I have to do is send a phone call to my phone from any phone, and it's now off of silent mode and it's loud, so I'll be able to hear it. Now, the way I set this up, pretty simple. So like I mentioned earlier in the intro, for this to work, you need to use the Shortcuts app. So locate that on your phone and then tap on it. It's going to open to a page similar to this, but what we want is the automation. We're going to tap on New Automation, and then we want to tap on Messages. And you can see it says Message when I get a message from Mom. We're going to tap on that. Now you can decide how you want this automation to work. So first you can choose a sender from your contact list. So if you have like a husband, wife, or a sibling or somebody or a good friend that you want them to be the only ones that can trigger this, or you can have it from any sender, which will allow you to use any text message or any phone to message you that message to trigger this to turn off the silent mode and loud. So I would recommend, like, this is what I do. I have it on any sender, and then I just use a really good code word. So message contains, this is your code word. So what you're going to message yourself to trigger that automation so that silent mode will turn off. So you can write anything you want, but if you have this to anyone, you want to write something that doesn't traditionally pop up in messages. Otherwise, you're going to be triggering this like crazy. So like I did earlier, I said ring, but this time I'm going to say call just to change it. Call, and then I'm going to use some of these special characters here. You can use any one you want. I'm going to put the hashtag sign this time, 3 of them. But again, anything you want. You can even make a sentence if you want, and then you tap done. You want this to run immediately. So when you tap on immediately, you'll see a check mark, make sure, and then tap next. Now you've created that automation. Next, we want to tap on it. It should pop up right here. And you want to tap on it again, and you want to pull up from this section here. What we want to find now is the silent option. And if you're not finding the silent option, just type it here like this, and you can see set silent mode. We'll tap on it, and you can say turn silent mode on. We actually want it to turn off, so we're going to tap on the on section and have it set to off. Once we've done that, we're going to again pull this up here, and this time we want the volume. So we're going to say volume in our search, and you can see it says set volume. We tap on that, and you can see it says set media volume to 50%. First off, we want the ringer, so we're going to tap on media, then tap on ringtone. It says 50%. Obviously, we're looking for a phone. Let's get this on loud. So we're going to drag that all the way to 100%, and then we're going to press the check mark. Okay, so that is the process. You set this up once, and this process will work every time. So now let's just put our phone in silent mode again, make sure there's no volume, and give it a test. I'm going to call that phone right here, and you'll see it'll start ringing, but it'll be on silent mode. So you won't be able to find it because no one can hear it. It's either vibrating in the couch somewhere in the truck. Who knows where you've lost it, but it's not going to work. So we're going to end that call, jump back into our messaging app here, and I'm going to enter in the code word I just created, which was call. And then we need to put in those hashtags there that I added. And by doing this, the iPhone silent trick is going to activate. The iPhone will be able to be called when it's on silent. So we'll send that out instantly. You'll see again that shortcut automation will be triggered. You see the volume is up, the shortcut is running your automation, and we'll just double check. silent mode is off. So let's call it again. This time you're going to hear that the iPhone rings. And just like that, we were able to find our phone. And this is a great feature, especially if you don't have access to the Find My option. For example, you're out, you only have your iPhone with you, but you've lost it. There's a few friends at the table. Maybe it fell in the bathroom, wherever. You can at least call it and get some loudness in the phone so you can find it. Now, if you ever need to change or remove that shortcut, you can always come back to the Shortcuts app, tap on the automation, and you'll see it here. You can tap on that, and then all of these options that we set up are available to you to modify. So for example, when do you want to get the call? If you tap on that, you can see any sender. You have the trigger word, and then you can choose run immediately. Now, if you wanted to change the sender, let's say you chose someone, but you want another person, you can tap there, and you can just enter in the contact, whether it's your mom, anybody you want, you can enter that in right there. And then just hit the check mark. It'll add that new sender. Or if you use any sender like me, but you've had to send this code or tell someone to send that code, to avoid a situation where they try to play a trick on you and put your phone on loud when it shouldn't be. Maybe you're at a meeting. You don't want anyone to do that to you. So every time you use it, you'd come back here and then change the code. Maybe you want to use a number code. You can do that as well. And then now that would be the code to trigger this automation. Next time, tap done to complete it. And if you ever want to delete this automation, you just don't feel like it's for you, you can always swipe left on the automation, hit delete, it'll remove it. But I'm using it. It's been very valuable to me, so I'm going to leave it for now. Additionally, if you have an Apple Watch, you should use this trick as well. So just push that side button here, the little one, not the crown. If you have an Apple Watch, you can always ring it with that little icon right there. That'll work even when the phone is on silent. It's basically like a Find My ping. So if you have Find My, it'll do the same sound. But that way, if you have an Apple Watch, you can do that as well. Now, this is just one of many iPhone shortcuts and hidden iPhone features I cover on my channel. So if you did find this helpful, make sure you do subscribe to the channel for more iPhone tips, shortcuts, tricks, and tutorials. Click the bell notification box so you're notified when I post those videos, and hit that like button if this video helped. There's a link to the full playlist of iPhone tips, tricks, and tutorial videos in the description of this video. Click more, click the description. You'll get to see all the iPhone tips and tricks videos to help you get the most out of your iPhone. If you did run into any issues, because I know there's a few things you do need to do here, let me know in the comments. I try to respond to every comment that comes my way, and I'm happy to help you out so that you can start finding your iPhone. Once again, this was probably the best iPhone tip I've ever found in a very long time, and I'm really excited because it's been very helpful to me, and it's going to be helpful to so many of you. Again, let me know if it helps you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.